All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are going to demystify what can feel like a really complex topic reading a stock chart. We're going to break it down into super simple, repeatable process that honestly anyone can follow. Okay, let's do this. So, have you ever pulled up a stock chart and just seen this? You know, a total jumble of lines and colors that feels more like a confusing piece of modern art than actual information. Hey, if you ever totally felt overwhelmed by a chart, trust me, you're not alone. It can look like pure chaos, but here's the thing. There's actually a hidden structure in all that chaos. And today we are going to walk through a simple checklist, a framework that you can use to turn that confusion into clarity every single time you open a chart. So here's our game plan. We'll see with what a trader sees in the first 5 seconds, the first glance. Then we'll get into mapping what I call the price battlefield. And after that, we'll decode the signals that candlesticks are sending us. And finally, we'll put it all together to find the smart entry and, just as important, exit points. First things first. Before you dive into any details, a trader's first move is always about getting the big picture. And honestly, this is the most important step, and this is the one that so many people just skip right over. Okay, so this is the absolute core of what we're going to talk about. Just think of it as if you're planning a road trip. First, you need to know which direction the highway is going. That's the trend. Second, you got to know where the major exits and roadblocks are. Those are your key support resistance levels. And third, you need to look at the traffic lights right in front of you. That's the candlestick pattern. That's it. Trend, levels, patterns. Simple, right? So, for step one, and this is the key, you've got to resist that urge to zoom in on what happened in the last 5 minutes. No. The first thing you do is zoom out. You want to see the bigger story, the dominant direction of the market, the main flow of traffic, and look, that flow of traffic is really going only two ways, right? An uptrend, which is a series of higher peaks and higher valleys. Buyers are in charge. A downtrend is the opposite. Lower peaks, lower valleys. Sellers have the wheel. It's just so much easier to trade when you're going to go with the flow instead of fighting it. Okay. So once we know the main direction of the highway, it's time for step two on our checklist. We need to map out the battlefield, and we do that by finding our key levels of support and resistance. Just think of these as guardrails on a highway. I love this analogy. Support is like a trampoline. Every time the price falls to that level, buyers step in and bounces back up. Resistance, well, that's like a low ceiling. Every time the price hits it, sellers push it back down. These are the zones where the action happens. Okay, now this is where things get really, really cool. It's a concept called role reversal, and it is so powerful. When the low ceiling of resistance finally breaks, it is often turns into a new floor, a new trampoline of support. And that right there is a massive clue that the whole psychology of the market has shifted. So, what happens when the price is not going up or not going down? We call that consolidation. It is basically a pause in the action. The price gets trapped between support trampoline and resistance ceiling. You can think of it as a period of indecision where the market is coiling up, trying to figure out which way to go next. All right, we've got our direction, we've mapped our guardrails, and now it's time for step three on our checklist, decoding the immediate story the candlesticks are telling us. These are like real time traffic signals right at our key levels of support and resistance. See, every single of these candlesticks tells you it's a story of a battle. The main body shows you where the price opened, where it closed. And those thin lines, we call them wicks, shows you the highest high and the lowest low during the battle. It's a perfect little snapshot of who won, the buyers or the sellers. And this is exactly why our checklist is so important. Look at these two patterns, the hammer and the hanging man. They look identical. They are twins. But one's a hero, one's a villain. And it all depends on where you find them. A hammer at the bottom of a downtrend is a bullish sign of rescue. But that exact same shape at the top of an uptrend, that's a hanging man. It's a bearish warning. Context, you see, is everything. And here we go again. Another perfect example. The shooting star and inverted hammer look exactly the same, but a shooting star at the top of a trend is a bearish warning, while the inverted hammer at the bottom of a trend is a bullish signal. It always comes back to see 2 or 3 steps: trend, then level, then pattern. Okay. Two more really powerful patterns you've got to know. The engulfing pattern is like a tidal wave. A huge candle completely swallows the one before it. It's a huge sign of a shift in momentum. The harami is the opposite. It's like a tiny candle tucked inside the previous one, almost like it's pregnant. It signals a pause, a moment of indecision in the trend. Okay. We've done the analysis part. We've gone through our 3 step checklist. We know the trend, we see the levels, and we are reading the candlestick story. So, how do we actually use this to make a decision? Let's talk about finding your entry point. This is one of the most favorite entry strategies. It's all about patience. So you see the price finally breaks out above resistance ceiling. Now, instead of chasing it, you wait. You let it come back down and sort of kiss that old ceiling goodbye. If that ceiling now holds as a new floor, that's role reversal in action. And that is your high probability entry. All right. Here's another great entry setup. Imagine a long downtrend is finally losing steam. Price makes a low, rallies a bit, and then pulls back. Now pay close attention. If that pullback stops and reverses at a level higher than the last low, that higher bottom, that's your first real clue that the buyers are starting to wake up and take control. And really, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It's not about chasing the price when everyone else is excited at the top. It's about having patience to wait for that pullback and getting in at the higher bottom. It's such a simple shift, but it can completely change your results. Finding a great entry, that's the fun part. It's exciting. But knowing when to get out, that's what really separates the pros. Your exit strategy is how you protect your capital and lock in your profits. It's absolutely crucial. So remember how a higher bottom was our signal that an uptrend might be starting. A lower swing high is the opposite. It's the first warning sign that the uptrend may be ending. It's that moment where the price tries to push higher, but it can't. It stalls out below the previous peak, telling you buyers are getting tired. So, the bottom line is this: when you're riding a nice uptrend and you suddenly see price fails to make a new high, that right there, that's your warning signal. It's the market's way of whispering, hey, the party may be ending soon. And that's your cue to consider taking your profits off the table. And there you have it, a simple 3 step framework to bring clarity to any chart you look at. So just remember that checklist. First, find the trend. Second, locate the key levels. And third, analyze your candlestick patterns. You've got the framework now. The only question left is, what stories are your charts waiting to tell you?